Where's your team going to play in the marketplace, and what strategic initiatives and tactics are they going to implement?
Hello, I'm with Wayne Moloney again. Welcome back, Wayne.
Hi, John.
Hey, Wayne, we're working our way through, in all these interviews, the chapters of your book,
Yeah.
The Roadmap to Sales Management Success.
Thank you. Yeah.
And the next chapter is planning.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed this chapter. Planning is vitally important as a skill and a capability in sales managers, isn't it?
Yeah, look, the chapter of the book is that as a sales manager, you're a sales planner, and that's absolutely essential. I start off by quoting John Preston from the Boston School of Management, and John said the nicest thing about not planning is that failure comes as a complete surprise, not preceded by a period of worry and depression.
Sometimes I wonder if that's the right way.
Yeah.
With the stress we all go through, but yeah, it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And look, some people can fly by the seat of the pants, and they do it well. But as a sales manager and a captain of your team, as we spoke about earlier, you need to be guiding your team. And if they think you're flying by the seat of the pants, what have they got to guide them?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, that's a really good point. So when you talk about planning, tell me in a sales management context, tell me what you really mean.
Well, from a sales management context, it's a matter of translating the strategy of the organisation into what can be used for you to achieve the goals of your sales team, and then in turn, each individual sales member.
Right.
So it's about taking that strategy, which is as simple really as determining where you're going to play and how you're going to win. So within your team, where's your team going to play in the marketplace, and what strategic initiatives and tactics are they going to implement? So you do that at a higher level across the team, and then you translate that down to each individual. Your plan as a sales manager for the team needs to be simple. It cannot be complicated. All too often I see sales managers, write 10, 20-page business plans, and it's really not essential because it can't be communicated.
I've seen sales managers pull all their team together and say, hey, together we're going to develop the sales strategy, and they'll spend 3 or 4 days locked away putting things on whiteboards, etc., and everybody leaves and there's this massive strategy.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to remember the detail.
Remember's important. If you write a simple plan, it can be remembered. If it can be remembered, it can be understood. And if it can be understood and remembered, people are going to take action with it.
Okay. So keeping it simple is really, really important.
Yeah.
But having a plan is absolutely essential.
Yeah.
Otherwise you really don't know where you're going, and your team will be confused.
Yeah. And look, sometimes with planning, it's a simple matter of saying, okay, imagine I'm where I want to go. And then what I refer to as backcasting, coming back and saying, okay, well, if I got to where I want to go, what did I do to achieve that?
Yeah.
And then, as I think you've mentioned before when we've spoken about that gap analysis,
Analysis.
Where you are now, where you want to be, what do you do to fill the
gap analysis is a methodology I've used most, and I think it's a good methodology, but I like your backtracking as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so there's a couple of methodologies to use. Whatever methodology you use, keep it simple, but have a plan.
Simplicity is absolutely critical, and having that plan is important if you're going to communicate to your team what the company wants of the group and what you want of the individual.
And then to measure progress too. You need a plan to know where you are and where you're going.
It's probably another conversation of KPIs and supervision.
It's another chapter of the book. We'll get to that.
Good on you. Thanks, John.
Thanks, Wayne. I really enjoyed this, and I look forward to talking about the next chapter.
Great. Thank you.